All right, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayadawa, Yahweh, Ahad, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayadawa, Yahweh, Ahad, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayadawa, Yahweh, Ahad. All right, Shalom, Akim. We would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Also want to give double honors to our apostles, great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. Our name is Ahaz, Spirit, Wind, Judah of the GMS Mississippi Camp. All right, and today I want to go into a topic, basically going into we entering into our glory. All right, we are entering into our glory. All right, ultimately it's Yahweh Shai's glory. All right, but we're going to be joint heirs of his glory. All right, and there was this book written by, I believe the book author is Akil, but the name of the book is called From Niggas to Gods. All right, but we're really coming to the time that we're really going to go from having the stigma of being niggas, all right, to having the glory of being gods, man. All right, as it was the days of old, when we were referred to the sons of God. Okay, but right now we're suffering from the curses, and part of the curses is we having this stigma of being niggas, right? So the world is under a spell, and and over their eyes there's a veil, and that veil, right, it hides the knowledge of us being Israelites or sons of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right? Because two things that's been hidden is the who the Most High really is, right, and who His chosen people really are. All right, how can you know who the Most High really is, or how can you know who His people are if you don't know who the real Most High is? All right, this is Hosea 8:8. Israel is swallowed up. Now should there be among the Gentiles as a vessel where there is no pleasure. I read that again. Hosea 8:8. Israel is swallowed up. Now should they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. All right, so if there's a vessel on the shelf at a particular shop, all right, a potter's shop, but it's the least favorite vessel, all right, he's gonna be pushed out to the back, all right. And from the time that we came to the Americas, all right, until now, we've always been systematically, all right, oppressed, all right, because that's the manifestation of us being a vessel wherein there's no pleasure. You used to see signs that say on the front of stores, no colors, no spics, or no engines, all right. There's a saying, we're the first ones fired and the last ones that are hired. All right. That's another manifestation of the scripture saying we will be a vessel where there's no pleasure. And Jake goes to all types of heights to escape that stigma of being a nigga, because in Esau's kingdom, the only way you can swim to the top, all right, is dancing in his circus, all right, called entertainment, all right, dancing in his arenas, all right, selling your soul. And Jake is starved of being appreciated. He'll go through all types of heights, all right, to feel like somebody in this society, man. All right, not just in America, but all throughout the world, man. All right. That's why I said we'll be amongst the Gentiles where there's a vessel where there's no pleasure. All right. We're like second class citizens here in America. All right, here's Hosea 8:8 again. Israel is swallowed up. Now should they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein there's no pleasure. All right. Or a vessel wherein is no pleasure. All right. But that's that nigga stigma. All right. That's that nigga stigma, and the curses are in effect. But we're slowly we're now swiftly coming into a transition of powers where the Most High is going to take the nigga stigma off of the 12 tribes, all right, and place it on the nation of Edom, all right? And instead of Esau, the so-called white man, being perceived as the almighty, all right, end all, be all on the planet Earth, we're going to be esteemed, all right, as the great people of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, that left Egypt, man. All right, the first Egypt and the second Egypt. And we're not going to have to lose our integrity, all right, to get a good paying career. We're not going to have to trim our ways to be appreciated in the society. You know, Jake imitates the voice of an Edomite when he gets around Edomites, or especially the Eve, so-called black woman, where she has to act like an Edomite to fit in with Edomites, man, or just deny who you are. All right, we're not going to have to do that. All right, we're not going to have to work 2 jobs to provide for our family. All right, Jake has gone to different wars, came back just to be unemployed. All right, you're a vessel where it's no pleasure. More money is put into you going, being incarcerated, all right, than actually being so-called successful in this society. All right, Esau only wants you to play in these arenas, man. Okay. But now we are in the transition of that time. So I'm going to get Isaiah, just real quick. Isaiah 60. All right, and I just started 5. It says, Isaiah 60 and 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. Yeah, the abundance of the sea are those different merchants of the different nations, all right, transporting their resources to the nation of Israel. So we're not going to have to pay taxes in the Yahushai's kingdom, all right? We're not going to have to work in Yahushai's kingdom. All right, for the first time, all right, and forever, basically, all right, since the time of King David, all right, the nations are just going to give to us, all right, in great abundance, man. All right, it's our time to be on top, man. Isaiah 60 and 5. Isaiah 60 and 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. What are the forces of the Gentiles, man? The gold, the silver, the iron, all right? Basically, nation building tools, all right, and wealth building tools, all right? Because in the ancient world, the thing that men would seek after is land and gold and silver, all right? Or land and silver, land, gold, and silver, all right? Because that's the beginning of building their kingdom, all right? So we're not going to be corporate slaves in America hoping that there will be a solution for this grand sickness, right? You're not going to be somebody that's subject to a 9 to 5, or your check is getting garnished because of child support. Okay? Verse 6. The multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, and dromedaries are those, I believe those are the one-hump camels. All they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense. All right. Because another thing, coming back to our homeland, real precious things are pertaining to our heritage is not, excuse me, it's not a PlayStation or a pair of shoes. I mean, you could spend your discretionary spending on whatever you want. But really, our heritage, man, we're about gold, silver, gemstones, crystals, incense. That's what we're going to get in the kingdom, all right? That's going to be our precious things, all right? They really garnish, all right? They really garnish our temples, all right? Where am I? Verse 6 again, all right? Isaiah 60 and 6, the multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah. All they from Sheba shall come, they shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of Yahweh. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nabaoth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on my altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. See, we're about to come into glory. All right? And that's pretty much the point. I just keep reading on, but that's pretty much the point, that we're going to go from being minorities, all right, to sons of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're going to go from, being in certain neighborhoods and somebody called the police on us, or walking through a parking lot and you're hearing doors locked. All right. We're going to go from that to ships coming to Jerusalem to bring presents, all right, to the nation of Israel. All right. Can you imagine that? Different nations bringing the best of the best, all right, to make peace offerings to the nation of Israel. Okay. The real nation of Israel, starting with the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right? Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, the silver and their gold with them unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he have glorified thee. He have glorified us, man. Right? And we're coming into a time of glory where we'll no more be looked at as the bottom of the totem pole on the nations. This is just Esau's kingdom, which is really a nightmare. It's like the Twilight Zone. What if evil ran the earth? And that's all that that's all that this is, okay? And that's the proof on that. All right, Psalms, I believe that's Psalms 26. All right. Or is it Psalms 126? Psalms 126. It's nothing but a twilight zone. All right. This Psalms 126 and 1. When Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. All right. So this captivity in America is going to be like a bad dream. Like I said, this is like a worst case scenario dream, a nightmare. It's like the Twilight Zone. What if the wicked ruled instead of the righteous? What if Scar ruled instead of Mufasa? All right. What if women were on top instead of men? What if it was called toxic masculinity to be a heterosexual man, but perfectly embraced and normal to be a homosexual man? All right. What if it was normal to be what if it was more celebrated to be a whore and looked down upon to be a virtuous woman? All right. This is just the worst case scenario. All right. What if the sons of the Most High were looked at as the bad guys, and the fugitive of the earth, the one who's estranged from the womb, is looked at as the hero? All right. This is just the worst case scenario Twilight Zone, man. But it's also an education of what happens when you eat off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's an education of wickedness. All right. And this is the result of wickedness. All right. We're going back to Isaiah 60. All right. It says, Isaiah 60 and 9, surely the owl shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, the silver and the gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he have glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. In America, all right, once again, it's that reverse scenario where you have the sons of strangers, they're strangers to Esau, because you have the northern kingdom, Issachar, and the southern kingdom, Judah, all right, building up the walls of America, man. All right. But in the kingdom, no, the other nations are going to build up the walls. The walls meaning, all right, the engineering and the architecture are of the kingdom, all right, starting with Jerusalem. All right. Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. And how did he smote us in his wrath? All right, through his rod, through his sword, starting with the nation of Esau, Edom, today known as the so-called white man. All right, verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that would not serve, all right, these shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. All right. But what's the point of this? All right, we're not gonna have to work our butts off, all right, to save up money to put behind a business that's gonna statistically fail. All right, we're not gonna have to work overtime to actually see the money that we're working for. All right, Jake is not gonna have to do illegal stuff or rob and steal just so he could be rich. All right, our offsprings are gonna be born rich, and we're gonna be bougie. We're gonna be aristocratic. All right, we're gonna be arrogant, because the scripture says we're gonna boast ourselves in the Gentiles. All right. You know how Jake is when they get money, man. All right. But we're going to be that way in righteousness, man. All right. We're not going to shit on each other. All right. Brotherly love is going to come back. Real sisterhood is going to come back. All right. We're out, and women loving the Israelite men is coming back. All right. We being in tune. All right. And really loving our families is coming back. All right. We're really going to see the proper order and the original intent of how the Most High wanted his people to be in the first place, man. But right now we suffer the stigma, but soon we're about to embrace glory, man. We're about to enter into glory, and glory is not the kingdom, but also being esteemed in the kingdom, being economically, all right, on top, all right. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. I also want to make a statement. All right, in error, I deleted about 4 videos because on my YouTube page, it was almost set up like I had two of each video. So I caught myself deleting one replica of the video, but I think it was the actual replica. So if I'm not mistaken, in error, I deleted some of my live videos unintentionally. All right, but if that's the case, Salak, maybe through the spirit, we just keep pushing the videos out. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, great millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessing, house of David the elect, Abba, Kam Yasha Allah, Shalom.